Ahoy, travelers! Dave here with Mango Travels, and we are back from our side by side cruises on MSC and Celebrity. Today, we'll be doing our review of the MSC Seashore Yacht Club experience, telling you the mistake we made on embarkation day, and we've got some channel announcements. Let's get to it. So, first up, our channel announcements. It should come as no surprise that I don't do all of this alone. And starting soon, our excursion videos are going to be hosted by Jessica. She's our excursions expert, a connoisseur, and she's excited to show you some of her adventures. She's also an author. She manages our social media. She helps me write copy. And most difficult of all, she's my wife. I was going to tell you about a mistake that we made that led us to canceling our 2 week return to the yacht club in May. I knew we were getting close to the payoff time for our cruises, and I checked the first one and saw the final payment wasn't due until the middle of February, and I figured the rest would fall in line with that. Oh no, because the second trip was longer, the final payment was due sooner, and I missed it. I called MSC, and the best they could do was reinstate the booking at the prevailing rate, which was 2,500 more than my original booking. Because this was the middle of a back to back to back, we made the tough decision to cancel the first and third cruises rather than pay the additional $2,500. Again, it's completely my fault. I hold no ill will towards MSC. My bad. Make sure you check your final payment dates on all of your cruises. If you like this kind of cruise comment, please like and subscribe. It helps more than you can imagine. Thank you. So I've been saying for a while now that MSC's Yacht Club is the best thing going in cruise travel today, and now we found out firsthand. Did it live up to the hype? Would we do it again? Yes, and yes. So the hype, the drink package, Wi-Fi, butler service, private restaurant and lounge, we've talked about it all, and now we're going to break it down. First things first, we made a huge mistake on embarkation day that we need to tell you about. When we arrived in our room, we inserted our key card and set the thermostat for cold. We like it cool in our room, and when we decided to go exploring, we left the card in to cool the room down. Our butler, the fabulous Carlos, kept seeing our card was in and kept trying to get a hold of us, and we were nowhere to be found. We completely missed our personal orientation because we left our cruise card in the room slot. So, pro tip, don't do that. So let's get into the nuts and bolts of Yacht Club. First up, the drink package. It includes everything: wine by the glass, beers, liquor, specialty coffee, energy drinks, water, even discounts on bottles of wine in restaurants. It also works everywhere on board, not just the Yacht Club bars. So the Wi Fi was a bit of a surprise. We knew that we'd be getting Wi Fi, but what we didn't know is that we'd be getting 2 devices per person. The app just said 2 devices. I'd figured one for each of us, but no. The Wi Fi included is a base level, but you can upgrade for a cost, but we found it adequate for all of our needs, including some work and conference calls. Now let's talk about the food. Comments I've heard in the past place MSC food as hit or miss, but for us it was always a hit. We normally ate breakfast and lunch at the poolside buffet, and we had dinner at the Yacht Club restaurant. We did have pizza delivered to us twice late night, and it was absolutely fabulous. Some of the best pizza I've ever had. We'll do a separate video on all of the food coming up. But almost everything was fantastic. Most of the dishes were specialty restaurant quality or better. The breads, pastas, and cheeses are all fantastic, but I will be taking a bottle of Heinz ketchup with me. I'm kind of a ketchup snob, and theirs really didn't do it for me. And this brings us to the butler, and I find this is where people start to get a little uncomfortable. We constantly hear, "That's too fancy. That's not our style." And I think I've cracked the code. I don't know what it is, but here in the Midwest, we've all got a guy for things: plumbing emergency, car breakdown, tax preparation, stuff like that. Well, the butler is no different. He's your guy. He knows how everything operates on the ship. Want a pizza delivered at 9 p.m.? Fast escort off the ship on a port day? Want something different in your minibar? He's your guy for all that. Our butler even unpacked for us, and it was fabulous. Finally, on to the restaurants and lounge. We've talked about the food. Now let's talk about the atmosphere. It's elegant but approachable, sophisticated but not stuffy. The staff does an amazing job of making everyone feel welcome. One of the common misconceptions I hear about the yacht club is that people assume that in between the butler and the service, they wouldn't feel comfortable. But the staff goes out of their way to ensure everyone is welcome. Well, that's it for today. We'll be back in part two to review the second cruise in our side by side adventure on the Celebrity Silhouette. And until next time, do all that you can to live in peace with everyone. Thank you.